Well, welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. My name again is Jeffrey Davis, and we are brimming with stories on business and how to do business in this economy. And when I woke up this morning, I said to myself, I need a Marc Z moment. And we are so fortunate because he's right here on your screen. Marc Z from Marc Z Legal Staffing. Welcome back, Marc. And what is your advice for the day?
Thank you, Jeff. First of all, great to be here as always, as the programs and everything that's going on in the new year as we continue to tackle the challenging business community. And speaking of tackling, one of the areas I think we should discuss is technology. And technology has taken a backseat to the human story, which it should, but technology is playing a big role in terms of not only people being able to do business, but hurting people professionally and personally. And technology, for example, we've always, in recent years, we've appreciated technology, particularly during the winter with snowstorms, so people don't have to commute like they did to the office in the old days to get messages and do business. But during COVID, what a lot of people are trying to do is look at the situation and say, my technology that I have for running my office and my business and my law firm, or my technology for my home can be the same. And excuse me, they can't. For example, we talked about it before the show that a lot of people are getting scammed because scammers and fraudulent criminals are getting more and more sophisticated to replicate institutions that are very important to us. FedEx, our banks, financial institutions, people that are close to us. I was talking to somebody last week, I kid you not, who's an executive with a company, and all of a sudden they're on a Zoom call, and one of their mid-level managers sends them an email and said, we've got to pay this invoice. And this person's in finance and accounting. And this executive said, this sounds really, really strange. And he said, well, it was approved by this other person who would be dealing with it. So they emailed that person, and that person said, absolutely, please pay it. That was work that was done. Anyway, to make a long story short, it didn't seem right. So they touched base with that person. They texted her. She was on vacation, and they found out that somebody had hacked her computer and was actually literally being her. And so my advice to businesses and to employees that during this time, for example, employees, you're saving money by not commuting every day to the office. Maybe you're commuting 1 or 2 days, but 90% of the firms and companies that I know, they don't have people coming in every day. So take the money you're saving and try to get better internet protection at home. Try to improve your internet, because a lot of people at home are saying, because everybody's working from home, their internet is really, really slow, or they're having problems in terms of getting onto Zoom calls, or they're having problems with having emails and texts reach them. Upgrade your technology. You're saving money on one end, so invest in a better computer, or invest in better technology from your providers. Same things with companies and law firms. You have to be concerned. A lot of small businesses and small firms and corporations, but the big corporations are doing it, the smaller businesses aren't, invest in buying people laptops. A lot of organizations are letting people use their personal laptops. In the short term, that was something that everybody did, because they're saying this is going to be short term with COVID. But now that it's going for a long term, there's so many liability issues by having people, even if they're employees, with company confidential information on your computers that are not owned by the company. So to a lot of companies that are saving expenses otherwise, investment time.
Well, and I would say, the best prevention is awareness and personal diligence. You can buy people laptops, but if you're getting letters, as you say, from AT&T or Apple or any of these companies that generally speaking don't open it. If you're getting invitations on personal sites from people that you don't know, you don't need to know them. If it's business, if it's a local business person, fine. You look at their website. I get many invitations daily, and I click them and I check out who they are. And most of these people, I don't believe they actually exist. They're just trying to get into my database. And I
Correct.
don't have to be friends with everyone. And I have, a lot of people I'm friends with, but people are not checking these things out. They're being very casual. And I wouldn't be that casual.
Correct. Correct. You can't be casual, particularly during this time. Again, you've got to think like you would do if you were in the office. What would I do if I was in the office? Yes, this is easily accessible. I now have the time maybe to look on my emails more often. Be careful, because what it's going to do is if they get into your emails and they hack your computer, there's an issue now whether or not an employee could be liable. If you're an executive and you're doing this, somebody could sue for personal information, not only the company, but could sue you. So there are issues that you should definitely be careful about, not only yourself personally, but in protecting yourself. And as you say, be aware. But organizations of all kinds really need to be careful in terms of their technology, their information, and who it's going to.
Right, right. Again, I did wake up this morning saying, oh boy, I needed a Mark Z moment, as sobering as it was, but it's the truth. And if somebody wants your help in what you do, Mark, at Mark Z Legal Services, how would they find you?
Well, first of all, Jeff, Google Mark Z, M-A-R-C and the letter Z. We come up right away. Mark Z Legal, M-A-R-C-Z, Legal.com, and 617-338-1300.
I'm looking forward to our next Mark Z moment. And I know I had my first Mark Z moment in 12 months on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to my next one.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
And remind everyone, this is Radio Entrepreneurs, and we're going to continue to stay on top of what you need to know on how people are competing in this economy. We're going to sign off. We'll be right back with more stories after this break.